Namaskar. We are having a glimpse of Gita and Dnyaneshwari. Today happens to be 33, 34, and 35 verse of Gita of 6th chapter, and the OV number 411 to 420. There is one important concept discussed over here: how to have a discipline in life, how to control your mind, brain, and soul, and the whole activities, how to remain on an ethical path. Okay? Arjun Uvacha, means Arjun said, asked, in fact, Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha sammena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchalatvat sthitim stiram chanchalam hi manah krishna pramati balavad drudham tasyaham nigraham manne vayo rivi sudushkaram. It means Arjuna is asking to Shri Krishna, you said that Atmopamena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati Yorjuna Sukham va yadiva dukkham suyogi paramo mataha. You said that whether there are ups and downs in life, the joy is there, sorrow is there, failure is there, or success is there, for example, still you can keep your mind calm and you can remain a yogi. Okay? But he feels that you are trying to tell me how to remain samadarshi, how to keep the mind in equanimity, and see everywhere God, the formless God, and how everything is made up of God, and remain in that state of mind where you are yogi, the bhakta, you cannot be separated from God, and perform every work as a work is worship. Okay? So but he says, Arjuna is saying, but I feel that mind is very unstable and ruffled, so that it can be controlled. Mind cannot be controlled in one sentence. So many times it happens that my mind cannot be controlled. It is what is Arjuna is saying. Then again he asked, next question, that how to control this in fact it's a ruffled mind, not under ruffled mind, the unstable mind which is already agitated. Shubhak means agitated, chanchal means always moving, always unstable, balayukta, it is very strong, it pulls you where you want, and it becomes very difficult to bring it on this path. So it is as if the air is flowing and you are trying to control the air. It is as if you are trying to control a lot of galaxies. That is what he is feeling. So how to control it? This is the crux of what here he asking. How to control mind? That is the crux of this question. Now what Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is saying, अर्जुन म्हणे देवा तुम्ही सांगा कीर आमुची या कणवा परीन पुरो जी स्वभावा मनाची. You are trying to tell with wholeheartedly and with with for our benefit only, which we in fact do not understand. You are taking care of our past, present, and future as well. Still we cannot see and we cannot feel and we cannot understand. You are taking care of us, but we are not understanding. And with wholeheartedly you are telling, still I am not understanding. Because he is saying that his mind, the minds of common man, is somewhat very strong and it doesn't like whatever you are telling. That is what he means. हे मन कैसे केवढे ऐसे पाहो म्हणो तरी न सापडे एरवी रहाटावया थोडे त्रैलोक्य या. This mind can goes and moves in so many worlds, not only on earth but so many worlds. In fact, he is saying, म्हणून ऐसे कैसे घडलं जे मरकट समाधी येईल का राहे म्हणतली या राहे म्हणतील या राहेल महावातू. like a big, I mean, the tornado is there. You are trying to control the tornado, a mind called tornado. You are trying to, asking something which is very unstable, to trying to make, ask him to sit for samadhi. You are trying to, okay. So how is it possible? जे बुद्धी ते सळी निश्चया ते टाळी धैर्यसी हातफळी मिळून या जाय. That mind is so strong that even brains lose their temper. I mean, they cannot think sometimes. If you try to make something, a will to win, but the mind, takes you away. There is the other way. Then if you try to become stand still, and sometimes, there are 1,000 people, one person is standing still, 1,000 people are doing something like that. So that mind feels, oh. But you have to train. That is what he is going to tell. So that's what happened with mind. It's that it cannot remain stable, and it gets attracted towards temptations like, drinking water. For kids are there eating chocolates or whatever it may be, something like that. जे विवेकात भुलवी संतोषाशी चाड लावी जैसे बैसे जे जरी हिंडवी दाही दिशा. बैसे जे तरी, I mean, not जरी. It loses the wisdom. It loses the vivek, means what is good and what is bad, because of its unstableness. It loses its santosh, it loses satisfaction, mind, very easily. And sitting at one place, it can move to any place in infinite universes. Dahi Disha means all the 10 directions. In fact, at that time, 10 dimensions were also there, people are saying. You see, 10 Disha means east, west, north, south. Okay? Northeast, northwest, southwest, and northeast, something like that. Okay? These 8 are this. Urdhva means up, and down means other. So 10, it moves to any 10 directions as it wishes. That mind, everybody's mind, in fact, that is what he's saying. So how to control it? And some people are saying at that time 10 dimensions were there. I mean, first 3 dimensions everybody know, fourth is time, like that. So you go into depth and find out what are the 10 dimensions. At present, it is talking about 10 disha, means directions, east, west, north, south, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead. Someday, sometime, we'll also see that. And if a person who can control all the 10 dimensions, it is as if it is a kind of a supreme being. That kind of supreme being Shri Krishna was, for example. There are infinite dimensions. In fact, God is beyond that. जे निरोधले ते हे घे उवावो, जया संयमुची होय सावावं, ते म्हण आपला स्वभाव सांडिले काय. If you try to control it, still its swabhav, means it is his own basic behavior, it never gets lost. म्हणून मन एक निश्चय राहिला, मग आम्हासी श्याम येईल, हे विशेषही न घडेल ते लागे. So mind is thinking something and trying to, with will, it is trying to sit at one place and trying to remain one with the God and becoming yogi. It seems to be difficult. Okay, now Shri Krishna has answered this question aptly, perfectly well. So in fact, who are we to judge? But that's the way, I mean, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is also saying, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Asanshayam Mahabaho. Mahabaho means the person, who has strong arms. Because Arjuna was like that. Asanshayam, okay. Sanshaya means doubt. Okay, without doubt. Mahabhav means Arjuna, Mano Durnigraham Chalam. It is very difficult to control mind and its movements. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. But with studies, proper penas, proper practice means makes man perfect. Tu kaunteya, Putra of Kunti means son of Kunti. Mahabhav, Kunti's Putra, Arjun. These are all, adjectives given to Arjun. Vairagyena cha grihate. with studies and vairagya means these are the things we should follow, with these are the things we should not follow. So those things which we should not follow, we should not behave, we should not speak, we should not um, do, in fact, that we should avoid to do, or we should practice in such a way that it doesn't come in our mind as well. A kind of a military kind of a discipline is there. Okay, that's the way you can do. And that's why, many a times it has been observed that enlightened soul to getting enlightened is the most difficult path people feel. In fact, Shri Krishna is saying it is very simple. If somebody says it is difficult, forget him. Forget that path. It is very simple. Just say Ram, just say Shri Krishna. Maybe you say Allah or Jehovah, Jesus, whatever, whichever path you are. That is enough. But it has to be aligned with, like railway track. If you behave properly, if you follow your religion, then you become a harmless creature in this world. You walk on a path of peace and prosperity only. Okay. So abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena ch grihate. So with studies and vairagya, you have to live within the frame. You see, once somebody said frame, I said, what is the explanation of frame? You know your upper limit, Maryada Purushottanam, you know your lower limit, left and right limits as well. That this way I have to go, this way I have to go. No, you have to, within that limit, you have to practice everything, to become enlightened soul. So then, especially in Pune, you can imagine, sir, my frame is very big. How big? As God is infinite, my frame is infinitely big. Chup. So then one older person said, Chup, try to understand what he wants to say. Because everything cannot be expressed in words have limitations, examples have limitations. Okay? So understand limits of humanity, and within that framework you have to behave properly, become a harmless creature, behave with ethics and values, so that we become enlightened, we achieve real self-realization, and also others also get inspired to become enlightened soul. That is very important. तो कृष्ण म्हणती साचची, बोलत हासे ते तैसेची, यया मनाचा केळ चपळची स्वभाव गा. Then Shri Krishna is saying, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is telling, it is mind is unstable, accepted, but it has become his swabhav. Why? Because you have trained him, or you have practiced or lived like that. If since early childhood you are living in discipline, you didn't have feel it difficult. Something like that he is trying to tell. परी वैराग्याचे आधारे जरी लाविल्या अभ्यासाची ये मोहरे, तरी केतुलेने एके अवसरे स्थिरावेला. Vairagya, what you have to do and what you have not to do. With this wisdom, you have to practice, and you have to mold your mind in such a way that it will come on this path. Otherwise also, you see, many people who have won the Olympic medals, for example, just take example of that. The example of that, a person, you see, in so many philosophy it is there, that since early childhood, a person was there who used to carry the ox, a child ox. He was carrying like this because he was younger and a child at that time, maybe 8-10 years old. Then that the ox was growing, the bull was growing, in fact, you can say, and the child was also growing. Every day his father used to say thrice a day, you do this thrice a day, that's all, something like that. That story is there. We just take the example. So every day, morning, afternoon, evening, he used to bring that calf, earlier it was a calf, to his father and bring it at his place. So child grew, the bull grew, the child grew, the bull grew. So after 10 years, bull became fully grown bull, for example. 12 years, you take it 12 years, for example. 8 to 20 years, he became 20 years old. Bull became, something 12 odd years old, for example, fully grown, but every day, thrice a day, he used to bring to his father, and so he became stronger. Bull became stronger. So once there was uh, a show who is the strongest person in their kingdom. So his father said, "These are nothing in front of my child." He asked his child to go and bring the bull. He brought the bull in front. I mean, the bull came, then he brought the bull, lifted the bull, and brought him. So, like that. So, this is a story, and I think it might have happened as well. It is possible. Everything is possible in this world. And you can see that there are people who are lifting 200 kg weight, for example. And there are people lifting more than that. Okay, so Olympic medalist, you see, there are so many people who are claiming that since 15 to 20 years they are practicing same thing rigorously. Hence, they went on to win the gold medal in Olympics. So, if medal in Olympics is possible, if devotion like Madame Curie can be possible, then why this is not possible? It is also possible. In fact, there are so many examples in India that housewives went on to become the realized soul. It is possible. What happened? There are so many stories. One of them, the most famous, is once what happened. It is not derogatory against the sadhu sannyasi or anybody. Just a story, because sadhu sannyasi they have become that because of their severe penance. Okay, but there are always teenagers. Those are in teenager. This mind is very strong. So once what happened, newly became sannyasi, tried to penance samadhi, tried to meditate below the one tree. So a couple of birds started doing choo 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 choo. So, hey, please remain calm, otherwise I shall basbosat. I shall within a moment you'll get converted into ashes. So again they said. So she looked at them. They got into ashes, converted into ashes. I mean they got burnt. So after some time, after a couple of hours or whatever, he meditated. At that time people used to go for bhiksha. Bhavati bhiksham diyante, 4 or 5 um, houses they used to get bhiksha, means the alms. I mean they used to go for begging, and that's the way they used to live. Penance, begging for the food, and that's all. Only one cloth, 24 by 7, 365 days, 360 is whatever days are there. So after that, he went for begging. I mean, taking alms, in fact, in proper sense, for food. First, second, third, fourth, and he went. And at that time, the houses were like this. Even during Samartha Ramdas time, also, you know, first, second, third, the rooms were there, and the gates were transparent so that uh, a child can run directly into the inside house and all those things. That was the planning at that time. So he said, Bhavati Bhiksham, the wife was taking care of her husband because he was ill, he couldn't walk, and all those things were there. So again he said, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. She said, I mean, housewife, he said, please wait, Sannyasi Maharaj. So he said, third time he said loudly, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi, something like that. Then she said, just wait. Told to her husband, just wait. Let me see what is the problem. She went there and took whatever alms, I mean, so whatever the food she had cooked in the morning, she tried to give it to him. He said, I, I requested you to wait. Why are you not waiting? So he said, don't you realize it is duty of a housewife to give the alms to the sannyasi? She said, yeah, but I was busy to take care of my Patidev. He is ill and he cannot walk. And so, but don't you realize what kind of punishment I can give? She said, but I am not the bird you you bird just a couple of hours ago. He said, how do you know? That is what you should know. How do I know? That is what you should know, in fact. She said, she said. Then immediately he said, please forgive me, Mata. Then he said, mother, please forgive me. I mean, even while doing your everyday work, whatever kartavya, whatever is your duty, maybe as a husband, as a father, as a grandfather, as a mother, as a grandmother, as a teacher, whatever work you are doing, government servant, non-government servant, whatever work you do it as a worship only. And this is the practice you have to follow since early childhood till your death of this body going away. The soul gets merged with the God, that is already we discussed. So mohora means you have to mohora, you turn your this kind of work which is not supporting the God, the enlightenment, you bring it on this path and you can become straight path. It is a straight path. I can see God, God can see me. Khatam, there is nothing between that. But to remain on that path, you have to follow it religiously. That is what Shri Krishna is saying. परिवैराग्याचे आधारे द बेस ऑफ डिसिप्लिन अँड वैराग्य जरी लाविले अभ्यासाची मोहर आहे सो यू स्टडी प्रॅक्टिस इट ॲट एव्हरी मोमेंट तरी केतुलीने एके अवसरे स्थिर देर विल बी अ टाइम वेन इट विल गेट स्टेबल at one place where the God is there, you become a yogi, sthiravel, asthita, everything. These have only one word, only, one thing only have so many meanings. Yogi, sthira buddhi, Buddha. You say Ram has same meaning, Krishna has same meaning. Rama, which has become one with the Almighty, Krishna. Meaning same. Vishnu, same meaning. Shiva, Jiva is Shiva. All have same meaning. Ashish, for example, blessing. What are the blessing? Blessing of God. Only one meaning we are talking. काजे या मनाचे एक निके जे देखले कुडीच्या ठाया सोके. This mind has one good quality that whatever you give it to him, for example, every day you eat ice cream, it start liking ice cream, something like that. म्हणून हे अनुभव सुखाची कौतिके दाविते जायचे. And that is why give him experience of enlightenment, meditation, Ram Nam, remaining aloof from this. Whatever you do, you give it to the God, remaining aloof from the whatever the activities are going on, remaining detached from the bad qualities, and then slowly those bad. If you remain detached from the bad qualities leave us. Okay, something like that. He's telling, and the exact meaning you only have to understand inside yourself. Okay, David means show him that this is the way to your own mind and try to perform this penance 24/7. Beautiful. And that's how you can become realized soul, and you can remain realized soul forever. Whether body is there or body is not there. Once you have become realized soul, you become one with the God, your past, present and future. Everything gets merged with the God. Your soul gets merged with the God. And that is the state of mind. That is the state of yogi as well. Simple. Whether you are student, whether you are working, whether you are a retired person, whether you got a job, whether you do not have the job. Many times we lose a job. Because, Corona, in the private, layoff is very common. Okay, whatever it may be. So, many a times you may get food, you may not get food. It happens. Because if you are poor, you won't get it. But still, many a times, 99% people have become realized soul when they were either poor or they had some kind of, they didn't have something. Because these people understand the uncertainty and risk in lives. that today I got food, there is no guarantee I'm going to get it tomorrow. For example, bakers and all these people as well. When you have everything in abundance, you feel that I can buy everything with money only. I mean, there are advertisements, you cannot buy everything by money and all those things. And but if there are 1 million people who are rich and there are 1 billion who are poor, there is a chance that 1 in 1 million will become a realized soul. But 1 billion in a billion, I mean, there is a more possibility that they become realized soul. So it doesn't mean that you should remain poor. No, you can become a rich person. You can become a, there are these 4 paths. We already seen Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, and so many paths. Housewife, this path. They are path towards enlightenment only. What Brahman sees, he can see Brahma everywhere and then he perform work is worship. What Kshatriya does, he get rid of all the bad qualities, he become realized soul. What Shudras do, they try to remain humble with the God, offer services. What Vaishyas do, they see the real profit in their business is, the self-enlightenment. I mean, these are the path towards the enlightenment only. And this has to be followed with religious values, with humanitarian values, and by becoming harmless soul, you can achieve this. You can become yogi. Now, this is what you have to follow in all the 700 verses, in all the 9,000 OVs of Dnyaneshwari. This one thing only has been told. Okay, to become yogi, to become bhakta, to become realized soul, and that is the training you have to give it to your mind. Somebody will say that this is a brainwash of viewers or their people. So then the reverse question can be, aren't you brainwashed for something? Your company has brainwashed and they are paying just few $100 or few hundred, maybe $1,000 to get their work done. Aren't you brainwashed for that? So you don't have to get entangled and get confused into all these worldly things. You just realize that this is very important. This is very important path in life, and this is the only thing you should do in your life 100% of time. Rest of the things, with that state of mind, becoming yogi, you do everything as work is worship. Practice and practice. Then mind will come on this only. First time, once in every 1 hour we'll remember, Hari, I'm aware. Then when 10 minutes, then 1 minute, then every second, and forever you will become realized. So I can see God everywhere at all the times. And I'm serving God only. Because how we are thinking as a body. And after becoming realized, you think as a soul only. And please remember, his servant, SHRIKRISHNA'S, Rama's son, Hanumanji said, Dehe buddhya tu dasam, jiva buddhya tu dansya, atma buddhya tumevaham. That as a body, I am your servant. As a mind, as a jiva, small jiva, soul, I am your part. And as a infinite soul, you and me are one and the same thing. Okay? Let us try to behave like this, so that we become realized soul, Atmagyani, Brahmagyani, we achieve Kaivalya Prapti, salvation, we get merged with the God forever. We become yogi, the bhakta, we cannot be separated from God, and we do all the work as a work is worship. Thank you very much.